Alrighty, traders. So let's have a look at the markets today, and let's actually go through. Let's actually go through the. There's one market out there, guys, that I do see having a really big move, and I believe we're on the cusp of seeing rocket ship in the market. So let's get straight into it, guys. That's what we want to see today. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. So traders, before we do get started, make sure you grab that free trading course, that first link in the description there. There's actually 4 phases of that course. Also, as soon as you register, you're going to get access to a training that I'm doing right now, where I'm going to teach you my trading system for free, right? If you want to know all the details of my trading system, I'm teaching that for free. That's that first link in the description. So let me share something with you. So firstly, let me show you the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones right now, guys, has indeed broken above, and we're still staying above this level here. We're still really at this sort of, at a conjunction point. We definitely did have that level through there. All right, that's that. If we bring up the last, let's actually bring up the last 3 months. 3 months worth of data. That's that level through there. Let's bring up the last 6 months. And now if I'm bringing on the trend line, it'd be something through there I would use. So that'll be that level through there. So it's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens here, guys. Do we actually bounce off this level here or not? But the Dow Jones is really not doing much lately. We're just sort of hovering around here. Man, the Dow Jones is so high right now. If I zoom my charts right in, look what happens through here. Look at this here. Up, and away we go. So very dangerous territory right now on the Dow Jones through there. Let's go look at the S&P 500. And as you can see, look at this here on the S&P 500. We have what? We're still in this bouncing off this trend line, bouncing off this trend line, bouncing off this trend line once again. Like, we're still stuck in this trend line. We need a break of this trend line. If we can get something like this here, like a big break of the trend line, then I do see then that's when we're likely to start to see some really big movement coming in the markets. Now, there is some earnings coming out, or sorry, some big news announcements coming out. So we've got retail sales today. We also have unemployment claims as well too. So we have a lot of different things here. And then also, that's tonight. And then obviously we have tomorrow as well too. And then we have core CPI. So there's a lot of things that are happening here right now, guys, that are really interesting when it comes to these markets. When it comes to the thing there, I just believe that this is really setting up for a drop here. So I wouldn't be really I wouldn't really be sort of jumping all over, especially the indices here, guys. Like, it's very high, and you just don't want to be sucked in, because as you know, look at these down days, guys. These down days can wipe out. Let's look at this here. One down day can wipe out a week. So that's just what you want to be careful of when you're looking at that there. Let's go look at the Nasdaq as well. And the Nasdaq, look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is completely and utterly still seeing a strong move up. And you know the hardest thing about this, guys? You know what the hardest thing about trading these markets, especially these markets, is I'm expecting a pullback. But trying to trade that would be very risky, right? It's like I'm actually expecting that. Right? I'm actually expecting that, and then I'm actually expecting something like this here. But the problem with trading a bull market like that is that this thing can just keep going on, right? And so you never want to try to short it. You never want to try to buy it either. It's like, to me, that there's so many more amazing opportunities out there in the marketplace when it comes down to the actual stock market itself. So guys, for me personally, I hate chasing, when the best time to get into something is before it's actually made the move, right? That's why if I look at the Russell, what's the Russell been doing? Russell has been doing what? Absolutely nothing. Dead dog. Nothing going on with the Russell, right? So this is what the Russell's doing right now. So when it comes down to what's going on with these markets here, right? And when it comes down to what's happening here on these markets, we can actually see that the Russell has not made a big move. S&P 500, the Dow Jones, and the Nasdaq has made a big move. But the Russell hasn't made a big move. So I wonder what's going to come soon, right? So a lot of people are still jumping over the AI stocks and the Dow Jones and the Russell and the It's like, whoa, hold your horses, guys. Hold your horses. Why? Because I believe the Russell is ready to start to have that next move up from there as well too, right? So I do believe, guys, that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I do see happening when it comes to the good old Russell market through there. Let's go look at the gold and silver market here. Just a quick little update on gold and silver. And then we also have silver actually still holding this $22 level. And we're really just sort of just around 22 to 23, right? This whole level all through here, possibly even 23.50. Silver's not really doing much through here, right? Really not doing much. But the big one I'm watching for is this one here. This is the big one here. Why am I calling this the big one? Because look at this here. If I squeeze my charts right up, notice how we had that level there. We have that level there. We have that level there. And we have this level here. What is that? That is what? Support, right? A major level of support. Now, what's happened recently? We've had what? We've had a breakdown. What happens? What happens if we start to see something like this? What happens if we get a breakup and we start to get something like that and we start to get something like that? What does that mean? That means what? We're probably getting ready. We're probably getting ready for a really big move to come, right? A really big move to come. And so that's actually what we're seeing through there when it comes to that. And so therefore this actually could be some sort of a false breakout to the downside. And we get that. Now, if we do get something like this here, then I believe this could be that starting move, the starting period before we see a 2,500 gold and much, much more higher prices in these markets here. And on the back of what I just said there, guys, you can see here that we have this resistance here, and resistance here as well too. So it's breaking above there. So that's what I want to cover with you guys today. Last thing I want to finish off with today, guys, is I did a session on a phone call yesterday with a lady. She was 56 years of age, and I'm sharing this story with you because I think a lot of people get into problems when it comes to this, right? I was speaking to her, and the way that she's thinking about these markets is completely wrong, and that's the reason why she's been going backwards for the last 3 years. Her thinking is that I want to take 3-4 trades. I want to take 3-4 trades a day, and every single one of those 3-4 trades, I need to have big profits so I can make big. I need it to be a big profit so I can make big profits. So she wants to trade a lot, and she wants to jump on really big trends, right? Now, firstly, to jump on a very big long-term trade requires an emotional mastery, right? It requires you not to have the fear of missing out on the profit. To capitalize on very big long moves, you've got to let the trade do its thing, right? And if you're emotional, well, guess what? You're going to be getting out early and so on and so forth. And so therefore, you just need to let these trades go if you want to capitalize on very long-term trades. Like, for example, I'm in a trade right now, right? Yesterday had a very nice movement in the direction of the trade. Today did nothing, right? But I see this being one of those trades that has a very nice chance of having a really good move. So I have to give it time. And this is a really big thing, right? That's the art of doing that there. Now because she's probably not there yet, she doesn't have the emotional control. But on top of that, she doesn't actually have a trading system. She has these arrows on the chart that tell her when to buy and when to sell. On top of all that, which is a big mistake. Big mistake one is that she hasn't had the emotional control yet to try to capitalize in big moves. Big mistake number two is she's waiting for these arrows on the chart to tell her when to buy, when to sell. And big mistake number three is that she has this mentality of trading a lot in the markets. And I was saying to her, your thinking is the thing that's stopping you from making money in the markets. You think you need to do 4 or 5 trades a day because you only have a small account is the thinking that's causing you to go backwards in the first place. And she just couldn't, just her big, and again, like, and this is where, like, I had to sort of put my foot down on him. I say, listen, I've been trading the markets for 20 years. I understand. I've been through the process you're going through right now. And your thinking is that you want to trade a lot, and trading a lot never works. What happens when you trade a lot? You get emotional. You make mistakes. You get out too soon. You get in too fast. You get into the wrong trade. The broker makes a lot of money. You make a lot of mistakes. You hold on to profit. You hold on to stops too long. Right? You move your stops. It's like all over the place, right? Why? It's because, and I was telling her that her thinking is wrong there. So my whole purpose of telling you this story on today's video, guys, is because I really want to share this with you to help you and coach you and guide you that sometimes you're thinking, if you're thinking that you need a lot of trades to make a lot of money, it's just not the art of this markets here. It really isn't. It really isn't the art of that. It's just about having select processes of what you're looking for to give you good high probability of having a good trade. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about there today, guys. So anyway, traders, that's it for me today. Have a great day, everybody.